We're now going to move out to Joshua Tree. Video Conferencing Center, waiting for us, all ready to go. Chad Chadwick.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is Chad Chadwick. I'm the CEO of High Desert Medical Center, just up the hill from this video conferencing facility. I wrote a letter on behalf of High Desert Medical Center regarding this video conferencing, and want to certainly congratulate your board on creating a really fantastic opportunity for transparency for us here in the Morongo Basin. We're very eager to take advantage of it. We've been observing your proceedings this morning, and I certainly want to thank Supervisor Ramos and the rest of your board for taking this very great step in furthering transparency here in San Bernardino County. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chadwick. Appreciate your being here. Since we've shifted in speakers from the IHS folks to these other topics, I just wanted to address, to the extent that I'm allowed, given that the board is not allowed to take action on any items that are brought up in public comment, but I wanted to let all of you who were here to speak about IHS's healthcare situation, that the board was very encouraged by the last round of negotiations and the proposal at the last meeting, and we're thoroughly researching all those costs and the proposals, and we'll be prepared to discuss it further at our next negotiating session. So we appreciate your being here today and giving the board your direct perspective. Thank you for taking time to do that, and we're going to keep working at it. All right. We're going to move back to Joshua Tree, and our next speaker is Jim Harvey.
Thank you, Madam Chair and honorable supervisors. What a pleasure it is to be here and be able to speak with you and participate in this meeting today from Joshua Tree and the Josh Tree Gateway Communities area. I'm Jim Harvey. I'm a resident of Johnson Valley, and I've testified before this body in the past, and that usually entailed a 3+ hour round-trip drive. These capabilities of video conferencing is going to cut that by 2/3. So I wanted to come and personally thank Supervisor Ramos and the board for initiating this video conference technology and addressing some of the problems that we face in this county, geographic problems because of the size of the county. So again, thank you so much for these capabilities. I really appreciate it.
Next speaker, Jim Harris.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair and the Honorable Board of Supervisors. Thank you for what you've done here. I'm a member of the City Council, City of 29 Palms, as you know, and I get to see all of you down in San Bernardino at Sandbag and a couple of you in the Mountain Desert area. This is going to be a great asset, not only for my city, 29 Palms, but Wonder Valley, Joshua Tree, Yucca Valley, Morongo, the entire Morongo Basin, to include out into Johnson and Lucerne Valleys. What you've done is a blessing, and I also want to extend my thank you to all of your staff, not only down in San Bernardino, but up here, that have helped put this together. It's working great. It's a pleasure seeing you all in action down there, and I look forward to seeing, I believe, most of you tomorrow down in San Bernardino. But from the entire city of 29 Palms City Council, thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Pleasure to see you on camera. Nancy Carl.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning to the entire board. I'm Nancy Carl. I'm the Executive Director of Mojave Desert Land Trust. First, I'd like to thank you all for this opportunity. It is amazing as a active citizen in the Joshua Tree Gateway communities and actually in the 22 million acre California Desert District. It is amazing to be able to come here, to drive 5 minutes to attend the Board of Supervisors meetings, to participate in the agenda items. As a small business director, we have a staff of 4. It is a big burden for a lot of folks up here to make their way down to San Bernardino, and this is a huge opportunity for us. So I wanted to thank you all for your recent visits to the Joshua Tree area. And thank you also publicly. I'd like to thank you for the letter you wrote to the DRECP after the presentation and the large contingent and public comments in San Bernardino. So, I send you all good wishes and invite you to come back and see us again very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Johnny Tolbert.
Morning, Madam Chair and Supervisors. My name is Johnny Talbert. I am the President of the Morongo Valley Community Services Board of Directors. On behalf of Morongo Valley, I would say thank you for this opportunity today to view this video conferencing, and I will make sure that everybody in Morongo does now know that this technology is available to us. Being from Morongo, being from such a small district, we do have trouble getting out to the county seat of San Bernardino for these meetings. Now that we have this opportunity to take advantage of this, I'm sure that we have more people from our district coming to these meetings. We can participate in what's going on. I'd like to thank Supervisor Ramos for making sure this got taken care of for us, and thank the entire board for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tolbert. We appreciate your being here. Marina West.
Madam Chair and members of the Board of Supervisors, my name is Marina West. I'm the General Manager of the Bighorn Desert View Water Agency in the Landers, Yucca Valley, Flamingo Heights, and Johnson Valley area. I wrote a letter in support of the video conferencing option for our disadvantaged yet very actively engaged community, and I just came to thank you for giving us that opportunity. It's my hope that this will prove to be very beneficial to both our community and to the Board of Supervisors who govern the unincorporated territories out here in the Morongo Basin. So again, just thank you very much.
You are welcome. Next speaker, George Kopp.
You, Board of Supervisors, I just want to echo what everyone else has said. This is really a terrific innovation for our area. I'm George Kopp. I'm here representing the Joshua Tree Downtown Business Association. As you know, we're a very engaged community. We are unincorporated, so you are our government. It's great to see you face to face and hopefully more frequently than we have in the past, which, as you know, required a major commitment of time and gasoline. So this is really terrific, and we thank you very much, and we will be seeing you very shortly, I'm sure.
Thank you, Mr. Kopp. Eva Soltis.
Good morning, good afternoon, whichever it is there now. I'm Eva Soltis. I'm the president of the Joshua Tree Chamber of Commerce, and I want to echo what everybody's saying. It's a pleasure to have such a positive meeting of people so that we can learn more about what your concerns are in the county, things that you have to face, that we can actually create a dialogue together, and we can help you understand what our economic concerns are. And I think it's going to be a really terrific asset to the county for us to be able to help you understand what our issues are and for us to understand what your issues are. So thank you so much for putting this conferencing room in place for us. And I was here at 5 minutes to 10, and it was already overflow. So it's really going to be well used. Thank you very much, Supervisor Ramos, for making sure that this was put in place. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. Elizabeth Carmen.
Good morning, Madam Chairman and honorable supervisors. Well, Chairman Ramos, we did it. Here we are. And thank you so much for this teleconferencing system. Together with the regional MAC, this exceeds our expectations. Now, if we could get the LAFCO meetings televised, I think we'd be in great shape. Our coalition, the Yucca Mesa, Stop Yucca Mesa Annexation Coalition, was formed in response to the town of Yucca Valley's attempt to place an SOI with the eventual annexation of our little community. We ran into a couple of procedural areas that need some adjustment. As a result, I'd like to put this board to work, please. According to the LAFCO rules, the targeted area is given about 3 weeks' notice to petition against an annexation. In the case of an SOI, there is no notice. This means that the town and the county can meet behind closed doors without public comment, since it's not the council and they're not covered by the Brown Act, to determine land use. If the SOI is approved, contractors can meet with the town and make deals for future development. This is exactly what the residents of Yucca Mesa do not want. We need some rules changed, and we'd like to elicit the help of our Board of Supervisors in guiding us, working with us, not just for Yucca Mesa, but for all residents in San Bernardino County. This has come up several times before in other areas. We need to change the system. The coalition needs your help to streamline and make procedures more transparent and fair. The coalition will be submitting written recommendations to Supervisor Ramos, and hopefully he will work with the rest of the board and help us implement these changes. Again, you're wonderful. Thank you so much for this teleconferencing.
Thank you, Ms. Carmen. Thank you, Mr. Koenig. David Fick.
Afternoon, supervisors, and I was wanting to applaud you in the installation of this video conferencing. And for the record, I mentioned about this. Many people thought about it, but I did mention it at the May 1st, 2012 special meeting at public comments after the special meeting about Cadiz. And at the time, Neil Derry assured me there was just a rivalry situation between him and Josie Gonzalez, Josie Gonzalez. But I'm happy to see that it actually happened. As you've seen before, many of the people speaking up here, we are very appreciative of this 21st century usage of video conferencing. There are some little bugs to work out here. There were approximately 36 people here. There were 12 in the overflow room, and there were about 24 in the room itself. So I think there'll be some refinements going on here. That said, I think that was about all that's going on. Mr. Koenig, who was before me, mentioned about a witnessing of a vehicle going very quickly on Highway 62. He mentioned freeway. It's actually Highway 62. And it was viewed from a half-mile away, and I looked out my living room window, and I saw a patrol car going well over 100 miles an hour, probably about 110, with a bright light on. That's an issue that'll be followed up later, but that was what he was referring to. And again, I want to give you a big applause for what's happened here in video conferencing. Thank you.
And our last speaker in Joshua Tree and here, I believe, is Tom O'Kee.
Chairman of the Board of Supervisors and Board of Supervisors and our supervisor, Mr. Ramos. I take my hat off to you. I have hat hair, but my old desert hat. I want to join in with my neighbors to tell you what a terrific thing this is. I can see that we need to move it to the community center where we can have 300 seated at once, because I'm sure Joshua Tree will provide audiences of that size. We've traditionally been active on our behalf and for the county's behalf for matters that are important to us here in the high desert. And many of the issues I see already today, the business has been brought before you. and I'm pleased about that. But in the meantime, I just want to join, as I said, everyone in thanking you for this opportunity to know that we citizens here in the Morongo care very much about our community and that we're eager to be part of the process and making it all it can be. So again, thank you very much.
Thank you all for joining us from Joshua Tree. We look forward to your participation in future meetings. Thanks everyone who attended here today. Oh, quick comment from you now.
Quick comment.
All right.
You know, really, the video conferencing center wasn't just the work of one individual supervisor. It was the work of this whole team that's in front of you here today, all 5 supervisors, working together to make sure that the issue was heard and the feasibility of it was able to move forward. And it shows by working together with Supervisor Gonzalez and the chair and Supervisor Ovitt and Supervisor Lovingood that we are dedicated to make sure that there's a voice that the constituents have where you don't have to drive 180 miles just to hear your voice be heard. That's what the video conferencing center brings to San Bernardino County, and your full board of supervisors is working to make sure that your voice does not go unheard. Thank you.